Hello, hello, hello. I'm your host, Banana. Today, we are reviewing, or this is a manga podcast, and we are reviewing to
Toriko.
Toriko.
We're reviewing Toriko. I'm your co-host, Azrael. And Klesk, once again, is not here. We're just going to say Klesk is never coming back.
Yeah,
until we find someone else, we're just going to keep on putting pictures.
Yeah,
so,
and we're kind of too lazy to, like...
redo the...
I mean, it would take, like, what, like 15 seconds?
Yeah, well, no, this also wouldn't be a very good, like, 2 overlay one. It would kind of look weird to just have 2 small boxes.
Good point.
I don't know.
Oh, goddamn, my webcam's doing that red bullshit again.
Yeah, I saw that in the last video. That was kind of weird. But
I don't know. I can get another, but I'm like, it's in another room, and I have to like just switch it out for my mom's, but she's not paying attention.
She probably wouldn't ever notice.
I mean, it's like in the closet.
Oh wow!
So there's crazy. Like there's a CD.
Literally.
There's a because she had my old laptop and I had wiped everything,
Yeah.
so she didn't have Microsoft Word, and she has a CD from when she was in university from like Microsoft Word. She's like, oh yeah, I couldn't find the other CD, so I just like, it's just like she thought I had it. I was like, I don't have it.
Oh,
I got it from school.
Microsoft Word CDs, you say?
I mean, she bought another one.
2003.
Like, oh wow, she bought it like it was 2000. She bought like one from like for $10, but. And then, like, yesterday, she's like, oh, yeah, the CD was in my closet, like, right where it was all the time. Like, that's where the thing, that's, like, where the fucking case is. It's like, oh, yeah, just, like, that's what the other CD looks like. It's like, I just never realized what it was. The other CD that you have looks exactly like that.
Yeah, you know what's bad? I took this from a job site from people who were still using this.
Oh, wait, they're still using it?
And, well, they were still using 2003. Obviously not anymore because I stole their discs. But, They are still using it, and I did this job in 2012.
Like I got my Word for free. Like
now I just use it to install like the old version of Word, so I can upgrade anyone's like computer.
You'll get the free version through your university.
Well, my university doesn't do that.
Oh.
They give us like free Flash editing programs and shit though, so that's sick.
Oh yeah, I got.
Let's talk about manga.
Oh yeah, I got like Microsoft. That's wait, 5 seconds. I got like Microsoft. I got Microsoft Visual Studio, which now they want to make you pay for, which is like.
Oh, we got that too. We didn't get Word though.
And I got like Windows 8. I'm like, I don't want to use Windows 8. Like, it's like it's free, but I don't want to use it.
So now that you know about our lives,
yeah.
Here's the description that should be spoiler-free. I don't know. It's on manga here. Of Toriko. In the world where taste and texture of food are very important, there is Toriko, a hunter of precious foods, and regularly hired by restaurants and the rich. He is a man with inhuman skills to capture the ferocious, evasive, and rare animals to complete his ultimate dinner course. His current accomplice, a weak, timid person, known as Klesk, but who has inspired by Toriko's greatness, accompanies him on all of his journeys on his quest for the course of his life. It was nominated for...
I can't. I lost you. I lost you, dude. Oh, come on, Skype. You went out.
I can still hear you, so...
Okay, you went out for a second there. So,
well, what point in the description did I go out at?
The word when you said nominated, and it's
oh, so it was nominated for the Taisho Award in 2009.
I don't know what that is actually.
It's a new series award, like the best new series of the year.
All right, so
it has to be in a volume, actually. Sorry.
Okay. It is starting in 2007, right? If I remember correctly.
Oh, I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure when I was looking it up, it started 2007 or 2008.
I will go to the Wikipedia article right now.
All right.
2008.
All right. So
it currently has 29 volumes.
All right. So Toriko is it's a shonen manga. It's just niggas
shonen as fuck.
Yeah. Let's talk about what do you think of visually? It's very similar to say like it kind of reminds me a little bit of Berserk or Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, I think the problem I have with the art is it's too grainy.
It is very grainy.
Like, it gets better as the chapters go on. Oh, which, by the way, we read to chapter 28, guys.
Correct. Instead of 25, of course, like I said. But
yeah.
I didn't think 25 ended at a good spot.
Well, so like I said, I don't read it before I go choose where to end. I just go to the end of a volume that's a reasonable chapter amount.
Yeah, but it's like ends right in front of like an important... And then, like, it ends 3 chapters later. It's like...
Well, yeah, but that's where you want to end the end of a volume to get a draw going.
Yeah, no, just saying.
But yeah, anyway.
But
Toriko, so we read up to chapter 28, so that's where the spoilers will end.
right, and I did notice as far as the art is concerned, there was a large, sorry, there was a large, the art did get progressively better in those.
Yeah,
28.
it really did. Like, I think where it got a lot better was when they first meet Coco.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It gets a lot better than.
Right around there, it like jumps up in quality. I don't know what I maybe for like the first 7 issues he didn't have assistants or something, because the backgrounds are a whole lot cleaner now, and like the minor details on the characters, like the kind of thing that the artist for a manga probably wouldn't draw, like just the shading and shit, and the inking and everything is a lot better.
Yeah. So. But yeah.
So yeah, the art does get better, but it's not all that great. It's kind of generic.
Yeah.
Coco looks like Cell. So
I was gonna say Coco. Talking about the same guy, Coco. No, not. He looks like not Piccolo without.
Oh, no, I mean Piccolo, not Cell.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know why I said Cell. Yeah, he looks like Piccolo.
But yeah.
Yeah, he the art, it's clean though. I can give it that. Like, it's, even if it's not like very visually like super appealing, you know what's happening, and it's kind of just clear what's going down right there.
There were some times where it did get kind of insane.
Yeah, when Coco was fighting the something serpent, that was kind of, it got a little bit weird, because like they were trying to draw all the arms doing different things and shit, and it just didn't work.
But yeah, but generally it did work.
It's okay. Not the best art. I wouldn't be like, there's some mangas that I will like recommend almost based upon the art. Like, holy shit, the art in this is so good. Even if the story is like okay, the art carries it. This is not one of those.
Yeah. What else? What do you think of the story?
Okay. The story, it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. It's a smart idea on how they wrote like what's going down, so you don't really have to have like a reason for Toriko and Komatsu to really be meeting up and doing all this shit besides, hey, we need you to go find more hype food.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so for the story of Toriko, Toriko is a Bushu Kakuke or something like that.
He hunts down animals
exotic
and eats
food.
them and murders them.
Yeah. Well, he only murders the few. He was planning on taking the Galala croc back alive, but that didn't happen. He karate chopped a nigga in half. But yeah, so the story is, Toriko has to go, he's going around getting food because he wants to fulfill his perfect menu.
Yes, and each of the Bushoko have their own
perfect menu.
Right. And depending on how badass they are, the more,
Yeah.
And also each animal has like a level associated with them, so the higher the level, the more harder obviously to kill. Like they said, like a level 1 takes like a bunch of guys with shotguns to kill. And then like a level 5. Well,
the Galala Croc was like a level 5.
But it was like double because it was like super old or some bullshit.
Yeah, so still like level 10. When I first saw level 5, for some reason, I thought of it as like a 1 through 5 scale where I was like, damn. But then they show up, like the next thing is like, oh, that's a level 20. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like shit gets real with these animals. And none of them, with how much, that's the one thing about the storytelling I think is kind of weird, but I guess a little bit cool. There's no real like danger involved with it.
Kind of just steamroll over everything.
Yeah, like they hype up these animals where it's like, oh, it's a level 25. It's killed so many men. And then Toriko just walks up and he's like, 3 nail punch. Bam, bam, bam. And the body explodes. Like,
and then they eat it, and then the episode's up. I mean, then the chapter's done.
Yeah.
Everybody goes home, and then they do it all over again.
Everyone goes home and does their thing.
But yeah, it seems really OP. Just really OP at this. Maybe, I'm assuming later on there's gonna be more enemies that are fair.
I think they've kind of already introduced the rival. So.
Well, they talked about that zebra guy a little bit. They says like in prison.
I don't think that was his rival though. That was his friend, right?
But he's like dangerous. So I'm assuming he's gonna be like psychotic or some shit. Like that guy from Fist of the North Star, his brother. What's his name?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's gonna be like that. Of course, I could be wrong, and I probably am wrong. I mean, I haven't read far enough, so.
Yeah, from what I'm reading on the wiki right now, I'm just gonna go up to chapter 28's worth of it. Oh, he doesn't show up for a fucking while. Wow.
Okay. They said he's out.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't like show up in the manga for a while. Apparently, he goes and does shit, but doesn't show up.
He just does some other shit, like
yeah, just in other places. So apparently, he was the strongest of the kings, of the 4 heavenly kings.
Right, that's what they're called, the group.
Yeah, that's what the 4 strongest Boshikaya or whatever the fuck they're called.
Well, I think there's other characters because remember they showed that talk about the old guy. He's like, this old guy is amazing.
Mansum. Or the old
old drunk guy, the guy who brings a nigga back
he's
from
also
the dead.
Yeah, he's also not
he's retired.
So he can't be a heavenly king.
Of course, I think he might be older than the heavenly kings existed. So
yeah, who knows? Like he's probably much older.
Yeah, they kind of say like the heavenly kings trained together. So, or they implied that. That's how I felt. Because they were like, we all remember like back in the old days, we were all fighting together. So I thought, I don't know, we're all used to be together and train or some shit.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, there was a nigga who came and brought a nigga back from the dead.
Yeah. I don't even remember how he did it.
Remember he has the knocking thing, and the kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't he knock him or something?
Yeah, he just like because the guy. Okay, there's a bomb, and it like killed him, and they like brought him.
Well, it was Toriko made a TNT
firecracker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was one of those pull string firecrackers, and he shoots it, and it ruptures the dude's eardrums.
It stops his heart, and like kills animals. It like kills.
It kills everything around him. He's like, this noisemaker.
Except for that one sea dragon thing.
Yeah.
And the guy just like one shots it. Even though everybody else had like a little bit of trouble fighting, he just comes out of nowhere, just like one shots it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just looking for some beer.
Yeah, the story of Toriko. No, he was there for the fish things.
Oh.
Remember? He was there to pick up.
Oh yeah, because he just wants some eggs, right?
Yeah, because he likes to make liquor out of it. Yeah, so Toriko, the story of this is it's kind of just your shonen-y kind of insanity. Like it seems very right now. It seems very flavor of the week or anime creature of the week right now. I'm assuming later on there is a story arc, but from the first 28, it's like it's very creature of the week. Like you jump from either, and I mean it's all. I like.
It's interesting. I might read a little bit more. I'll probably read a little bit more tonight if I don't just go to sleep.
Yeah. I think I'm going to slowly read more into it. I'm not going to like make it one of my mangas that I read like a bunch of, but I'm going to read it.
Well, you know how I read shit, so I just like read everything.
Yeah.
So I might
and you know how I read shit. I have 5 separate mangas open in my tab right now.
Yeah, I'll read all of it and then I'll just like stop reading forever and never ever look at it again.
Yeah, pretty much what I do is I read like enough chapters or something until I'm like, okay, I'm almost a little bit bored of not bored of the story, but like fatigued on it for right now. And then jump over to like Coco Tekken Tough or something like that. You know, but like.
But yeah, I generally, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it feels kind of generic shonen monster of the week killing thing.
Thing that he would like it that I normally, I kind of don't really like it that much, but I read a lot of things I don't like.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's.
I don't understand why it has all those accolades, especially from the first volume. If that counted, like, Was there just nothing else that year that was of any interest?
Well, I mean, 2009. It wasn't the first volume.
Oh, I thought you said like it was like the best new thing for the first volume.
No, it's it has to be a newer series. Like, it can't be like a really long running series, and it has to be like volumes.
All right.
So
I didn't really like that first volume's kind of boring. I mean, kind of not boring. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was boring, but it was kind of generic. And there's also another problem I had: a lot of time, lot of exposition. Like,
there is a lot of exposition. They over-explain things a lot.
It's like I just kind of want to. I this is not like this is real shit.
Yeah, it's like they're explaining how robots work in this world, and I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, it's like I just want you to punch it.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I don't know, and it seems like a lot of things could be explained a lot easier, just a few words instead of like pages of exposition.
Yeah, like I was talking to you about it earlier when I was still reading it when I was on mic, and where there was that one panel that was like huge text bubbles. There was nothing but explaining how a robot works, and I'm like, you know, that I would be interested in that and read it more, like, quite carefully if it mattered. None of that exposition ends up mattering.
Remember the part about the gorillas?
Yeah.
It's like that whole chapter was just exposition upon exposition. It's like, oh.
That chapter was a little bit hard to read. It didn't feel shonen-y to me.
It didn't feel like anything. It didn't feel like, I don't know what
it felt like I was reading a light novel.
Yes. Like a light novel? I would put down the heavy. It feels like I was reading a bad Game of Thrones. Where he's like starts talking about food.
Yeah.
Actually, that is pretty much what that was. It's just like that for like ever. It's like,
although the beginning of that's pretty hype when he's just sitting there and he starts like beating his chest to like challenge the monkeys that are challenging him.
That was kind of, it came out of nowhere.
Not really.
It kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. It's like I had no idea what was going on. A lot of times, the thing is, it's like all the characters generally know what's going on, so they don't. So then. It's not even like,
Komatsu usually doesn't.
Yeah,
he's always the one that's like, what the fuck?
But yeah, but then he like give this very, it's like all the characters know way too much in depth about this shit, so they just like tell you way too much in depth about this shit.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't give a fuck about this shit because we're never gonna mention it ever. Like they don't really mention it ever again, or at least in a soon enough time frame where it feels like it's useful.
Yeah, or like there's some things that like. I can see him like planning ahead, like obviously with a lot of it, where it's like kind of almost pisses me off. Like when Toriko gets bitten by the poisonous snakes.
Oh yeah, then it's
and he tells them, yeah, I already have the antidote. Never explains it, and then just later, Coco's just like, yeah, we just put in serums to our body.
But it's like 10 or 12 chapters later. It's like
it's way later. It's almost like, to the point where if I was reading that weekly, I would have forgotten about that.
You would have. Like, that's bad. That's kind of bad stories. I know it's kind of like, oh, they kind of, but there's a limit. You kind of like, it's something that's so obviously important to that moment, and it's just not explained. Yeah. If it's like if it's something like offhand that really doesn't matter, or like something in the background, and then you kind of explain that a little bit more in depth later, I'm okay with that. But don't just be like, oh yeah, I'm just not gonna explain it right now.
Or I mean, even in the timetable, like was kind of bad. Like if it explained it in what would be like a month's worth of releases, okay, that's fine. Like 4 chapters later,
that's like
3 months later, it's impossible to remember that.
And I honestly would have been okay with it was at the end of the chapter. That's end of the chapter and end of next chapter. End of that sort of creature arc.
Yeah.
But not
that would have been fine.
But not like several arcs later with all this other explanation stuff, and you just kind of bring it in. It kind of feels like he didn't know what he was going to do at that time. And he's just like, I'll just hold it off till later.
I don't know. Maybe
because it's really bad. It's really bad.
I mean, maybe he did know what he was going to do, and it's just kind of bad storytelling. Like,
yeah,
who knows? I mean, it
seems like
Toriko isn't a very flowing manga, you know? It's just kind of... The only thing that really stays constant is how the characters behave. Komatsu's a little bit of a pussy,
But
Toriko's insane.
But then Toriko just becomes like even some parts you kind of seem stupid, and he just becomes like super genius, and it's like okay.
Well, he's only genius about like hunting things.
Yeah, but it's just like so like okay.
And how food works.
Yeah,
he's dumb about everything else. It's just like Luffy. Luffy's stupid as shit until he talks about fighting. Like that's it.
Another thing I like the difference between Chef and Monster Hunter because it seems Toriko can cook at times, and it's like, oh nope, we need like this master chef, which was Kamatsu, and then it's like he's important, and then it's like at times.
Well, the only time they needed him was when they were doing the skinning of that fish, where it was like you needed to have the most delicate hand physically possible to be able to do it.
And when he was making the dish for the dinner, for his this dessert on his list.
Oh, I think he just wanted him to do that. Like, I don't think that was like he needed to do it. Just he kind of just wanted him to do it.
Nah.
I can't really remember that too much. All I remember is him like eating. I remember it was a scene where there's just wait staff rushing in and out, where there's just plates on plates stacked up because Toriko ate like 90 kilograms of food.
Yeah, and not gonna pay them.
Yeah, and then took a 15 kilogram shit.
Yeah, they did have a line where he's like, "I lost weight by taking a shit."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you weigh less," because he's like, when he gets on the boat, he's like, "Oh, only 215 kilograms. Looks like you lost weight, Toriko."
Now I have known a nigga who like lost like 10 pounds taking shit. I'm pretty sure he was about to die.
Yeah, that's
like no, we were like it was like weight training. And we're like, he's like, I gotta go take a shit, like, and like came back and like weighed like 10 pounds less. Like what the fuck, dude?
Maybe your guys' scale was fucked.
Like, think how much food you have to eat.
You'd have to eat like 30 kilograms of food.
Yeah, because it's like not all your food. Most of it turns into nutrients, which goes into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And then it's probably like the comes out your like down the skin or pores or some shit.
That's a lot. But yeah, that was one of my favorite lines of Toriko, to be honest. Was just
I didn't find it that funny.
15 kilogram shit.
I didn't find it that funny. It was kind of like, oh, okay.
And there hasn't been any like really notable lines in Toriko though.
I mean, there've been kind of noble moments, just like insanity.
Oh yeah, there's like completely insane moments.
He just like cuts a fish in half with his hand, like the.
Not a fish.
Oh,
a giant crocodile.
A 300-year-old crocodile just cuts it in half. Yeah. It's like, okay, what?
Okay, so yeah, the first volume centers around Toriko catching the Galala croc.
I would say volume. That's not a whole. That was just like an arc.
No, it's the full volume though.
That was a whole. I thought we only read like how many volumes did we read?
Like 5.
Oh shit.
5 or 6. Each one's like 4 or 5 chapters long, dude.
Nah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what
happens. I'm thinking of Yuki Holder, which is like 17 chapters for one volume.
Oh yeah, that's because that's a monthly update. They do it different for weekly updates. Right. But yeah, anyway, the first volume centers around him hunting this 300-year-old Galala crocodile, which is massive. It's like it's big enough that it scared away every other animal on the island.
Like apparently badass, dangerous animal as well.
Yeah, they're not like little pussy animals. They're all ones that could easily kill a man. Like, without caring at all.
Yeah, and then he just like cuts it in half with it. He's like he stabbed it with his hand, one hand. Blow. He stabbed it with one hand to hold it still, and then cuts it in half with the other hand. It's while praying.
I think it wasn't a praying. I think it was like a thank you for the meal thing.
And he continues on. He stops midway just to cut it in half, and then continues on. It's like,
yeah. So he calls his fist the fork and knife. By the way. So that's great.
Yeah.
But he that was when I think we were on Skype together.
Oh, yeah,
when I was like,
shit.
"What the fuck? You need to see this." He just 2-shot blow, just and then just a karate chop, and he's done.
But yeah,
cut that nigga's head off.
But I gotta say, I don't think the whole manga is like 200 chapters. I don't think you can survive on that alone.
No, nothing can survive on that alone. Something obviously had to change and like get better to get it to last this long.
Yeah, because like from the first wave chapter, you think that would get canceled like real quickly. If I'm being honest.
No, it has the kind of thing that would last for like a year of serialization. It's a manga that's not bad really doesn't get canceled too quickly.
Okay, you know what? I would say for a weekly manga, if it's like something has to be done in a week, okay.
Yeah, yeah. This isn't like
I kind of think what was UQ Holder a month or a week?
monthly.
All right. What was the last? We read something that was weekly.
I have the list here. Oh no, wait. Was UQ Holder weekly?
I think UQ Holder.
UQ Holder. How many chapters were those pages? Or how many pages were those chapters?
Like 20?
Oh, 17. Yeah, so this was a weekly one.
All right, that's fine. So yeah, UQ Holder I kind of feel was more interesting. Had more
I think
interesting.
UQ Holder is much better than Toriko.
Yeah.
So. I've read all of UQ Holder too, by the way. I'm so sad that I'm.
Yeah, I know. There's like it is like a cliffhanger. Oh, actually, did the new one come out?
It's not translated yet.
Of course.
We'll have to wait like 3 more days.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I don't know. It doesn't really have a flow either. Like there's no.
No, there's no overarching story so far. Which I feel like it's coming now after they've introduced the rival and like.
Yeah, I can see it coming, but.
And I mean, now they've given Toriko more actual character traits too.
Yeah.
Like instead of just him being the badass who loves to eat food, like you get this entire last part where he's just kind of like I don't even know how to say it. Like he's just really.
I kind of feel like that kind of stuff was already implied heavily.
Yeah, it's implied, but you don't really.
Because remember earlier when even the first arc where it was like the rich people are like, hey, he's like I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna eat food myself. I don't give a fuck about them. And then with the monkey arc where he just like wouldn't kill the animals because he like respected them.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that was already there. Maybe as overt. Maybe you kind of just have to like read.
Well, I mean, it was there, but like it was never really like
set out straight.
Yeah, and it never really played too much into anything besides him not killing a monkey.
Yeah.
Which I mean, yeah, I don't know how I would feel about Toriko if he was just a character who rampaged through every animal like that he saw completely.
I kind of think it would be a little bit more interesting, just a complete psychotic character.
Well, I assume that's what Zebra is going to be.
Sure.
Or apparently there's this dude named Sunny. He has. Oh, you might like him. He has rainbow dash hair.
Is he the guy in my Oh, you can't see it. The picture I use for there's a guy like it's Toriko, I think Coco maybe. Kamatsu.
Coco always wears a head wrap.
He doesn't have a head wrap, but he has like.
Is it wild colorful hair?
No, there's a guy. Yeah, there's a guy with like wow, yeah. On the
yeah, it's Sunny.
All right, so yeah. Those are some fish, but
just a fish. His name is Fish.
But
But it seems like there is one thing in this like the universe of this like manga that kind of bothers me. There's regular people. Like every shonen manga where there's people who are like Toriko or Coco or Mansum or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's every male is like that. Or they're either that or they're complete and total useless pussies.
Yeah, people are just like kind of normal people. Like they're not like particularly useless or just like, hey, I just have a job.
And I mean, while that's cool, I'm just like, why is no one like, what the fuck is with these people? They can't possibly be human. Like,
just like yeah. I guess I never really thought about that, so I don't really have a problem with it. I don't have like any negative feelings towards that. But
I just thought, well, you know what? It popped up in my head was when Mansum poured vodka on his chest to close a wound. It wasn't just like a tiny wound. There was a hole just missing. And it's a huge hole.
In his neck too, wasn't it? Like
in his neck. He got stabbed through the neck
and through the chest, and just kind of poured vodka on it.
Yeah, and he just pours vodka and it just grows back. And Komatsu's like a little bit like, what the fuck? But he's not like, oh my god, did you just grow body back? Like, what?
With liquor? Wait, is vodka liquor or spirit? I think it's a liquor.
It's a liquor. But yeah, like that was Mansum has to be the most.
I'm pretty sure
badass
Komatsu is
man.
going to become like also badass probably, or get a little bit more badass. I
No,
have a feeling. I just have a feeling.
I saw a picture from the last. When I was looking for a new guest.
I don't think he's going to become bigger. Like, I don't think he's going to become like. I don't think his art is going to change. That'd be kind of weird. But I think as a character.
What I think he's gonna do is stop crying all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's probably trying to do that.
Komatsu cries a lot, which honestly I'd probably also cry if I was in one of these situations.
He does seem kind of like a normal guy. I mean, he's like a super badass. He's a super amazing chef or some shit. But
yeah.
But
so like,
I mean, he did. Oh, as you know, he did cut open that giant freaking shark thing somehow. Like, you see when they show like a bag, like, oh yeah, I haven't cut anything this big. It's just like this 20,000 tall fish. It's like, with a knife. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
yeah,
like,
I don't.
Like, I don't think a normal person could do that. Just like cut open a gigantic like whale by yourself.
Yeah.
That ain't normal.
No, I mean his reactions to shit is normal though. Like, well, I mean, not honestly all that normal.
Well, I mean,
he watches Toriko punch through a wall, and he's like, "Okay, that happened."
Well, he had a freaky reaction when the things were trying to kill him. Like when those happen,
yeah.
Like, holy shit! I am like, I have a shotgun, or I have no weapons at this point, so I'm gonna get fucked.
Oh yeah, or like when Toriko tells him, by the way, beyond this point in this place, you can't use a shotgun to kill anything anymore. It just won't work. It's like shooting a water gun at them.
Yeah, he's kind of like, oh.
He's like, why would you even tell me that?
That doesn't make me feel any better whatsoever.
Just let me feel better shooting a shotgun at these little shits. Like, but I did, you know what? Toriko did make me learn something, and it made you learn something too.
What?
Slugs, or not slugs, leeches do react negatively to salt.
I was pretty sure it was just like, what did I say? I forgot. I don't remember anymore. It's something
You
else.
thought that it was just snails.
Yeah, but leeches will react to something, and I knew that. There's like
fire?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, they do react to fire. You can burn them off.
Yeah.
But apparently it's also very bad to do that. Which, we didn't learn this from Toriko telling us anywhere in the manga, except, you know, it said, leeches react negatively to salt. I was like, bullshit, let me look that up. It turns out it happens.
So yeah, we learn something new. Learn something new every day.
And apparently if you do that, or if you burn them, there's a possibility that a leech will regurgitate into the wound and you will die.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't really deal with leeches. I live in Las Vegas.
I live in Alabama. There are leeches here. I'm just like not going in the river. Wait, I don't live in Alabama right now. I'm from Alabama, sorry. I'm just like not going in the river. I just do that all my life. Like other niggas, they be jumping in. I'm like, hey, good for you. I'll go.
Let's see. What about?
I don't like swimming in the first place, honestly. So.
Yeah, but yeah. So if you ever need to get rid of some leeches, I mean, you can either let them suck, until they're done, or
you just
put a little blade under their teeth.
Or you can, if you really want to, you could probably just like go to, like an emergency center, urgent care, and pay the bill.
I mean, that'd be real dumb.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, or I'm hoping maybe you know a doctor. Like I know several doctors, so I probably just like go there.
I mean, you don't need to go to anyone.
Well, I mean, if I take it off and it regurgitates it to my fucking wound.
Oh, yeah, well then you just go and get some antibiotics and you're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the store and be like, hey, yo, have me the antibiotics, my nigga.
Well, no, that's when you go to a doctor. Don't go to a doctor just because it's on your arm. Like...
Unless you're allergic. Which I'm probably sure somebody might be allergic to that.
Well, yeah. You know what? I'd go to the doctor if I ate peanut butter. That doesn't mean if I see peanut butter, I instantly like, oh shit, hold on.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Let me call 911 real quick.
If you have peanut butter on inside of you, don't you have like an EpiPen or some shit?
Yeah.
Just stab yourself with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, honestly not even that much of too bad of a reaction. My throat just swells up a decent bit.
I just can't breathe.
I'd probably be able to breathe a little bit. I'd pass out for sure, but I maybe wouldn't.
I have asthma. I like breathing. Trust me, when you can't breathe, it's not a good. It's not a good sensation.
Nigga, I'm into autoerotic. I can't even say it. Autoerotic
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
asphyxiation.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. I'm into that.
I don't
shit,
understand
so,
how that works.
It's actually just literally when you lose oxygen, things feel better. Like,
Oh, that is true. I do know that.
like that's it.
Oh, have you ever seen that video of that guy who's like, they're going to show like how easy it is to die when you're don't have oxygen in the air? So like, the thing they fly really high up and like they don't give you oxygen. Like you're supposed to have like the oxygen thing.
Yeah.
And they're like telling the guy like, okay, do these tests and shit. And he's like, hey, put your oxygen on, or in like 10 seconds you're going to die. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Doo doo doo. Like nigga, you're about to die. Then they have to like put it on like, nigga, you're about to die. Like in like 5 seconds you're about to like just pass out and die. Like, oh
Yeah.
really? I feel perfectly fucking fine, even though you were saying that straight to my face. I was reacting to what you were saying straight to my face. Thought I was doing pretty swagging.
Hey, there's a new issue of Toriko out yesterday.
Toriko? Like, oh yeah. All we gotta do is read what, like 200 more?
So we only need to read another 200, and where we stop at 28.
Yeah.
So another 262.
Okay. So, I guess it's time to end this. So,
Oh yeah. Did we not talk? Yeah, we talked about pretty much everything, right?
Yeah. So in all together, basic result is, I don't know. I kind of want to say don't read Toriko.
I know. I'd say read Toriko. It's pretty good.
I can't recommend it. I cannot give this a recommendation. I guess even if you like shonen, I don't think it's bad, but I just.
No, I can recommend it. I can definitely recommend it if you like shonen. If you don't like shonen stuff, don't read this. But if you like shonen, you should probably read it.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's one of the more popular shonen series right now. So.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're right.
But yeah, I'd suggest reading it. You want a 1 through 10 rank it?
Oh,
On like an actual 1 through 10 scale?
I'd give it a 5.
I'd give it like a 6.
I don't think it's above average in any way, shape, or form.
I think that you have not seen the average, good sir. I don't think you've read like
here it is.
Things
like,
that don't get super serialized.
Just like how you have a different scale for how you gauge FPSs compared to me. I have different scale because how you.
Do I?
Yeah, I remember because I gave like what's it called, like from my gameplay standpoint, gave Bioshock gives it like a 6 or a 7. You gave it, like,
yeah,
a 4,
a 5, a 4 or 5. 5 at its best day, 4 at its worst.
But I'm like, nigga, you have not played some bad FPSs. Nigga, I play fucking Legend of Alpha.
It's not even a game. It's not a game. Stop giving that screen time.
No, I really shouldn't. There's a MMO version of it now, or a multiplayer version of it now, for free.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It's still as terrible, and I've looked at gameplay footage. I haven't played. I just deleted it. I downloaded it and deleted it.
I thought you were gonna play it and do a let's play.
I couldn't do it. It's like, can I really subjugate myself to this sort of fucking terribleness? And I said no.
So what we've got
they should make a
for
manga of that. It'd
scores.
just be like kids murdering people for no good reason and like not giving a damn. And there'd be no.
You mean that Panzer Tank manga?
I think they have
The
to kill.
schoolgirl Panzer Tank? Because that's amazing.
But they don't like killing people that much. This fight.
No, they don't kill people too much.
In Legend of Alpha, they'd be murdering like entire villages, and then there'd be like
Dead Man Wonderland.
But
Children
see,
murdering people.
there would be no like mental issues like in say like Neon Genesis or anything like that. They'd be like perfectly fine, and then like next day they'd go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh,
and then it'd be like innocent and shit, and then it'd be like the next day they'd kill people. But
they don't seem to have any mental issues while they're killing people.
Those people seem to be insane.
Yeah.
These characters, they would be portrayed as completely
Well,
normal.
actually, not really. The main character of Gantz isn't insane. He's just not a real person, pretty much.
They don't see, at least those characters didn't seem to be like, hey, you should be like this person. I feel like Legend of Alpha would be like, this is like the perfect.
They're the heroes, yeah.
This would be this is the perfect reaction for any normal human being. And it's like, because are y'all in Afghanistan?
Yeah. So at the end, Toriko got a 5 and a 6 out of us. I feel that it has to get a lot better considering it's gotten to chapter 280.
Maybe,
but I don't know. they've introduced some characters that I like. I like Mansum. They introduced a love interest.
And I don't think she'll be like a real love interest though.
No, I think she's going to be the character that's always trying to be a love interest.
She's going to be Amy Rose, except maybe as annoying.
I don't think she'll be that annoying. Oh, there's a time skip? What?
Of course there is. It's fucking manga. There's time. Okay, what's shown in manga where there isn't? I guess. Yeah. What popular?
You older.
Popular.
Oh,
I mean, like really big. That's like I'm talking like Dragon Ball status.
Oh well, fucking nothing's Dragon Ball status.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, no, I'll probably say like popularity, and like currently, I'd probably say Naruto and like One Piece are near there.
Does Naruto? Okay, yeah, but does Naruto have a time skip?
Yeah, between Shippuden and between the normal.
Damn,
one.
I told you I didn't read too far into it. Does Bleach have one?
I don't know anything about Bleach besides what I've seen on TV. I can look at it. Does Bleach have a time skip? Google.
Hunter x Hunter has a time skip. Fuck.
Yeah.
And wait, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It's a time
Oh,
skip.
it finally happened. It took forever though. They kept on hinting at it.
Yeah, there's a 17-month time skip.
In Bleach?
Yeah.
Damn.
Episode 343. I'm not sure where it is.
Nisekoi. Nisekoi is technically shonen.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you spell that again? I forgot.
Nisekoi.
Ekoi?
Yeah. Shokugeki no Soma doesn't have one.
I think it might have a time skip.
Nisekoi has a time skip?
I don't know. Why did it just send me to like a One Piece thing? I think it's a One Piece thing.
Yeah, there's no time skip in Nisekoi.
Yep, this is One Piece. Why does it send me to like? Why does it send me to One Piece?
Because they're the same thing. Don't you know?
Okay, I don't know. It does say no. I don't know why this sent me to like the number one thing is for freaking One Piece.
Yeah, no, Hunter x Hunter doesn't have a time skip.
They don't?
No. Now that I'm thinking about it, they just dropped another hint to it recently, but they haven't done it yet. So there we go. I named one.
I guess I haven't read that. Does Hunter have that much? Is that as popular?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is pretty fucking popular. People really like that manga. I kind of like it. So yeah, we should end this video.
Oh yeah. So this has been Manga Podcast, honestly. And
yeah.
Alright, bros. I will see you guys next
Read
time.
Toriko Chapters. What are we doing next week?
Yeah. Erotic
Next
Fairytale.
week is we are reading all of Erotic Fairytales, The Little Mermaid, because
I hate life. Because we hate life.
Because we hate life. But after that, what was won in this battle.
Here's what the thing is.
Saga.
Here's how it works. He says, "Hey, bro, look at this shit, Erotic Fairytales." I'm like,
I didn't even say look at this shit. I was like, this is dumb. There's this thing called Erotic Fairytales Little Mermaid.
And I'm like, okay, is this like published? Is it real? He's like, yeah, it's published. I'm like, fuck yeah, I read that.
Apparently it was awful. I haven't read it yet.
Oh god, okay, spoiler alert. This is maybe the worst thing I've ever read in my entire life. Like, I'm not.
Yeah. What was won by me after that long battle?
This is Legend of Alphard. Okay.
No one knows what that is.
I don't know if it's Legend of Alphard because Legend of Alphard just doesn't work. Like, I don't know.
But yeah.
It's you kind of like, I think at that point the thing would have to like have like anal surgery.
The manga has to be all in German
and have anal surgery. Just have anal surgery every single page.
But yeah,
full realistic anus is being ripped open and just like be wanting to vomit.
The week after Erotic Fairytales, we are reading Vinland Saga up to chapter 16.
Right. And then after that, we'll be reading Voynich Hotel, the entire thing.
No, we aren't.
Yeah, we are.
We already have something scheduled.
Oh, we do. What?
That samurai thing you wanted me to read.
Oh, right, Samurai Deeper. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So Samurai Deeper after that, but we'll talk about that at next episode.
Right.
We out.
Peace. I gotta go to fucking Peace, 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 peace.